The controversial anti-LGBTQ bill is only one step away from passage after Parliament concluded the consideration stage. The stage entails the clause-by-clause consideration of the bill, and MPs are allowed to propose amendments. Thursday, the second stage was done, with only the third reading left for the bill to be passed into law. There's more in this report.
What is left now is the third reading, and the third reading does not entail anything. There just has to be a vote in the House for the third reading to happen. And once that happened, this bill would have been passed. Of course, early on in the morning, some concerns were raised by Alexander Afenyo-Markin, who is railing against the custodial sentence imposed in the bill.
What do we want to do? To reform or to destroy? To give an opportunity for such a person to come back with a new character. Mr. Speaker, if that is so, then we should look at the conditions of our prisons. I dare say that should a person go to the prison, he would come back worse off. Mr. Speaker, in active practice, some 10 years back, a client was supposed to be in lawful custody. In the evening, the police officer told me that, Counsel, if we send your client to Accra, the Central Police Station, Mr. Speaker, for want of a better word, let me say it in Twi,
the minority will not have anything of that sort. They will not accept that. Muntaka Mohammed Mubarak and Sam George, who are minority MPs, raised their opposition to that.
But to say that I should remove incarceration completely, Mr. Speaker, we'll be making mockery of ourselves. So I just want to plead that if our colleagues, especially the majority there, has worries with a number of years, you can suggest something lower.
The agenda, the punitive measure for that is minimum 3 years, maximum 5 years. That is targeting our children in secondary schools. The setting up of clubs in secondary schools, in neighborhoods. That is the real danger to our society. And that's why that punishment is even higher. So, Mr. Speaker, we stand by the minimum 3 years, maximum 5 years. Thank you.
Chairman of the Constitutional Parliamentary and Legal Affairs Committee, Kwame Enyimadu-Antwi, backed the position of Alexander Afenyo-Markin. Well, despite all these concerns, the various amendments tabled have all now been voted on, and Parliament has moved on from the consideration stage.
So all the amendment that has been carried will be incorporated into the bill to be brought to the House for all of us to see before we consider the third reading. On that note, we bring consideration to a cruise.
There is the likelihood of what is called in Parliament a second consideration where a few issues will be ironed out, but largely the consideration stage of the House is now complete and a vote is set to happen within this week or next week, and then this bill will finally be passed. Sam George and sponsors of the bill are excited about this progress but do not want to go ahead of themselves.
It's not work done yet. We still have a long way to go. We have made some strides, but we are no way done. Like you heard in the House, we are supposed to go and do winnowing. So we're going to wait for the drafters to finish the winnowing. It will come to the committee chair, and then the committee will discuss it, and then the sponsors would also engage with them. But at least we've made some step and some progress, and we're excited about it. As and when we are done with the processes, we will continue with the processes on the floor of the House. We'll let you know. But we just want to say thank you for the publicity and support and mileage you've given to us all through this matter. We are very grateful, and we hope that we can count on you till we complete the process as our partners in ensuring the protection of Ghanaian family values and proper human sexual rights.
There is also the constitutional issue as to whether or not this being a private member's bill and imposing a charge on the consolidated fund, President Akufo-Addo will sign it into law when it is passed. But the minority and some MPs already say that if the president refuses to sign this bill, they would not allow that. They will veto the president. Reporting for JoyNews, Kweku Asante, Parliament House, Accra.